Now again, you got to know your state law, because in some states, if you are a single member LLC owner, meaning it's just you a sole owner, single member LLC, some states won't even allow that type of protection. So if you put it in your operating agreement, they won't allow that type of protection. So you want to make sure there's other language that's put in there as well. But to understand your state law, that's why you see why that's important. You can't do the bare minimum. And then to draft your operating agreement, so then you can say, this was my intentions and how we operate. And we protect each other within the LLC. So certain states don't allow it, and that is something that you would need to know. Another thing the operating agreement needs to cover is not just, a restriction on transferring assets, on transferring cash, but also what does it look like as far as transferring partnership rights. If we come in together and we started this company, what rights do you have to transfer your ownership rights? You can transfer certain rights are just economical in regards, but not ownership. So if I am an owner and it's three of us and we split everything equal, I may be able to assign my rights and transfer my rights of a third of payment or whatever, but I can't transfer a third of ownership where someone can come in now and take my place and have the full rights that I have. You want to make sure that's covered in an operating agreement. Otherwise, by default, the first thing that's going to be looked at first is the law. What does your state law say about it? If your state law say everyone has equal rights to transfer, their ownership rights or what have you, as long as it's, done like this, and you don't have anything written, then they can transfer their rights. So you want to make sure that you understand your state law, and that you are actually drafting an operating agreement against that, and comparing it and looking at it, understanding what the state law is, and this is what I don't want to happen, or this is what I do want to happen. And your operating agreement should cover those areas and fill in any particular gaps. Another thing that's really important is to know that each member of the LLC could bind the company in a Member-Managed LLC. A Member-Managed LLC, but in a Manager-Managed LLC, that wouldn't be the